Okay, hello everybody. I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome back to part. What part are we on? 5, I think. Yes. Live stream number 5 of my We the Revolution campaign here in We the Revolution. So you see, the Hearts of Iron 4 thing is always like throwing me off. So I'm going to turn this fan on, get a little air circulating here. So it's been a couple of days since I did this one. I've been busy, as it seems always anyway. But I'm going to try to stream for at least like an hour 15 or more. You know, we'll see how it goes. So I think we stopped here. We didn't look at this at all, but it looks like everybody wants me to execute this guy. But let's see what Justice has to say about it. We'll open up the case file and see what's the word here. Okay. We have the Marquis de Favras is a 46-year-old aristocrat, former soldier, and currently a political activist sympathizing with the monarchy. After he left the army, he married and started traveling across Europe with his wife. During that journey, he both fulfilled himself politically, okay, and supported his wife. He returned to Paris in 1789 and took part in a conspiracy that was supposed to put an end to the revolution. De Favras showed poor judgment when he decided to confide in his former comrades who betrayed him and informed the authorities of his plan. De Favras is suspected of playing a huge part in Citizen Capet's escape from France. The plotters asked him to take out a loan of 2 million francs, which would have covered all the expenses of Citizen Capet and his family on the way out of France. Well, don't spoil the ending, Ace, please. If everything had gone according to plan, 30,000 soldiers would have entered the capital city with orders to kill 3 political leaders: Finance Minister Jacques Necker, the Mayor of Paris, Jean-Sylvain Bailly, and Commander-in-Chief of the Parisian National Guard, François Henriot. The next step was to block food supplies from entering the city. De Favras and his wife have been detained and accused of plotting against the people of France in the Revolution, and would likely be sentenced to the guillotine. The Count of Provence has denied having any connections with them. Evidence: a letter from M. de Foucault. Alright, well then, seems pretty straightforward. Let's ask the questions. I am Thomas de Marquis de Favras. You have been accused of taking an active part in a plot against the people of France. I fail to understand how any of the deeds I am accused of would harm the people of France. Fail to understand? You wanted to re-establish the fallen monarchy that brought us exploitation, hunger, and misery. Thank you very much. That's right! We have strong evidence, testimonies of your officers, clearly showing you wanted to abolish the revolution. Please tell me everything about that strong evidence you have against me. How brazen! Well, let's ask the questions. Okay, what do we got here? There is a trap, apparently. Okay, former soldier, that was definitely a thing, right? That would be, I guess, part of his personality. I remember that being there. Sympathy toward the monarchs is obviously counter-revolutionary. Okay, defendant's wife, would that be... we'll come back to that one. Supporting his wife, that's a personality. The return to Paris, no, that wasn't a thing. Conspiracies. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna stop talking for a second and just do this. Letters, evidence. Nope, shit. Yeah, that wasn't a part of it. Fuck. Okay. So, let's hear this, this bullshit. Why did you want to withdraw 2 million francs? This is an enormous amount of money. I withdrew it at the request of my superior, the Count of Provence. As for its intended purpose, I would not dare to ask. How could you borrow so much money for another person and not even question its purpose? An obvious lie. That information would be required to get such a loan. We aristocrats treat each other with respect and discretion. You would not understand. Oh, I would. Yeah, I wouldn't. Marquis! 2 of your officers testified that the money would be used to aid Citizen Capet and his family in their escape from France. Why did you tell them that? You've been enjoying the French Kingdom on Kaiserreich, by the way, very fun series. Oh, thank you. It's a very long one. I think it's going to probably end up being one of the longest Kaiserreich series I've ever done, because I'm not going to stop until we defeat Germany, take back Alsace-Lorraine. So it's a series that might sometimes get slow, especially after the United Kingdom gets redone, but it's effectively an Entente world conquest run at the end of the day. Anyway. You should ask what the reason for their testimony is. I agree there is a plot, but one against me and not the revolution. That traitor's trying to talk his way out of it. Who is the mysterious M. de Foucault who wrote you the letter? I do not know that person. Anyone could write a letter to me and make up the contents regarding any manner they saw fit. Did that random letter from an unknown person not concern you? It is gibberish. An honest citizen would have shown it to the authorities. It never occurred to me. I did not have the slightest inkling what that person was writing about. Not about the troops that were supposed to enter Paris and end the revolution after the successful rescue of Citizen Capet. There are no troops currently under my command. That letter and the accusation of me sending troops to Paris are both serious misunderstandings. Who else then? He's a dog on the Bourbon's leash. Tell me, would would 2 million francs be enough to hire 30,000 foot soldiers? Ace says, how many more parts do you reckon? Well, you know what? I'm not actually done with it. I usually don't like to upload things without them being done yet. But it's probably going to easily go into the 30s in terms of how many parts there are for the French Kingdom. It would be more than enough. What do you think about the revolution? Actually, let's call in the witness, dang, because I want to get him up to the guillotine. Louis de Bourbon. Please introduce yourself. My name is Louis Stanislas Xavier de Bourbon. I am the Count of Provence and brother to Louis Capet. Stanislaus. So this particular Louis is supposed to be Louis, the one who becomes Louis the 18th later on. He's a total fucking fat ass, but he was not a fat ass yet, so this is historically accurate so far. But basically he's the one who down the line, when the Bourbons get restored, he becomes king. There you have it, the traitor's brother! I don't know. I don't want to accidentally make it that it's... I don't know. What do you know about the plot involving the Marquis de Favras? The bankers Schmal and Chatteras informed me that the Marquis was negotiating a loan of 2 million francs. Did they tell you the reason behind this loan? They did not, and I did not ask. I am not one to pry. Were you somehow involved? I learned about the loan only because Schmal and Chatteras are my close friends. Allow me to repeat what I have already told the Paris Commune. I was not involved in the Marquis de Favre's plot. If you find him guilty, then he should be sentenced to prevent him from having the revolution that I wholeheartedly agree with. Yes! That's what I was hoping for. Look at that. Get a little more closer to the guillotine. So, what do you think about the revolution? Everyone knows that the state desperately needed reform, but the violence, an unexpected and brutal assault on the royal family, should be called revenge, not a revolution. So you were against the revolution, yes? I am merely disappointed by its course. As a former soldier, I can tell you that violence in war will always result in more hatred and more violence. Yet you are still preparing to forcibly capture the city? That has not been proven. If we hadn't caught him, the streets of Paris will be covered in blood. Nonsense, what are you people talking about? Calm down, Marquis de Favras. Your attitude towards the revolution makes you a traitor to the state in the eyes of the people. I am saddened to hear that the few words of hard truth are enough to call someone a traitor and sentence him to death. Well, there's also, you know, all the other evidence! I've heard enough. Let's write up our report. Did the defendant confess to his crime? No. What did the defendant think about the revolution? He sympathizes with the movement but not with the methods. What a fucking liberal. let's see here. What were the 2 million francs spent on? On the expenses of Citizen Capet during his escape. Okay, sign this bitch. Okay. Hitting A. What's going on? I'm hitting A. There we go. So... Death! Why is it not going to go up for the revolutionaries? The revolutionaries are in favor of him being put to death. Why doesn't it go up? Is that a fucking bug? God damn it. I find the defendant guilty and sentence him to death. Pretty easy. That was a pretty open and shut case. I guess they're not all going to be super, complicated. You see, these liberals, they want a revolution without a revolution. Anyway, let's place that seal. Let's try maybe right here. Let's see how it looks here. Yeah, doesn't look half bad. Thomas de Marquis de Favras, you are sentenced to death. Lead the condemned out. One head at a time. A just verdict. That's what happens to enemies of the revolution. Hey, 3 for 3. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, that was kind of an easy case. Although I don't know why my reputation with the revolutionaries didn't go up. That's very strange. Okay. This agent you ordered me to silence. It's done. But there's something you need to see for yourself. Uh-oh. What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, time to speak to them again. Let's speak to the common folk. We gotta get them up past this intrigued. So, something blank, and then attached, and then bullheaded. Don't you go attacking Zizek. I'm glad good to know that my impersonation was halfway decent enough that somebody realized I was doing the Zizek. You see, the keys, you just gotta get the sniffs in there. So let's reveal this one. Attached. Okay. So you know what? I need to get a piece of paper. I need to write down what works for each of these. Wait, what is this? What's this deck of cards? Sent me something on Steam. Well, I'm offline right now, so I'm not really going to be able to see it. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, let me, actually, maybe if I go to Steam through my web browser, that ought to do it. What is this, though? Oh, yeah, this is that Maker's Mark deck of cards I had. Let's see if I could do this. All right. Oh, speaking of Steam, what's up with the playlist? It only has the first stream, and then this stream, it's odd. Really? I'll have to look into that then. Okay. But that's weird. Alright, commence persuasion. So what was the first? Oh shoot, I should have written them down. The first one was the like attached or something, right? So we go carelessness. For this convict here, killing was as easy as breathing. That is how guillotining is to us. Yeah, they liked that shit. Let's do it again. Come, let the accused have a word. With the guillotine! And then, shit, what was the last one? It was, like, withdrawn, right? So, I think that would be humility. No, it wasn't withdrawn. It was... Oh, fuck, what was the last one? Maybe the manipulation, I don't know. Oh shit, we're running out of time here. Let's go with the humility. The old system has to fall. There is no other way. You are the sovereigns now. Yeah, I think that maxed them out. And cool, so that's going to help with my rep. Very, very nice. Boo! Long live the king and the monarchy. I don't think so, Chief. The guillotine had been pretty thirsty. I think they're changing the crowd faces each time, which is a nice detail.
Do you want to show me a common dead body?
It's not just a dead body. Look at that necklace.
A fleur-de-lis.
There's more. Hidden under his clothes. We found a message in the inner pocket of his cloak.
Damn, this guardsman's got that
It's
voice.
an order. Someone told that man to build support for a mysterious R in the district.
Who is arrogant enough to take Louis' place?
Only aristocrats are powerful enough to secretly organize people like him.
Even they would need help from someone.
I'll answer that in a second, Ace, after the
So
cutscene.
who is R?
Robespierre, maybe? If he's allying with aristocrats, we must tell someone. Everyone.
It could be Minister Roland. As long as we are not sure, we would only create panic.
Yeah, it's probably Roland.
If that's the case, we'll have to hunt down other agents. This one won't be telling us anything.
We have no other choice. If this R is trying to gain support, he must do the same, for the greater good.
The greater good. A little sip of drink here. Oh. Decapitation still had not lost its charm since the beginning of the revolution. A group of people were gathered in a Parisian street, surrounding something on the floor. Your prestigious position allowed you to make your way to the center of the mob, only to find a man's severed head. What had caught everyone's attention was the head's facial expression. It was grinning. It was so unusual that he must have the will of D. You wonder if anyone had thought to ask about the rest of the corpse. A lone severed head could certainly cause curiosity, even if for purely scientific reasons. Now you are staring alongside everyone else. Order the guard to get rid of the head. That costs an influence point, so am I going to get something in return? The smiling head was removed, and the people dispersed. That's Paris. That's Bowery. Well, so we got nothing for that. Well, that was just a waste of a point. Shit. Alright, another evening with the family. Let's do something for... Man, there really is just nothing that helps with my dad and my son at the same time. Shit. Let's spend an evening with my grandfather, or with my father. Get him up a bit more. Yeah. Evening with grandfather. Ooh, that was a lot. Nice. Ew, really hurt me with the revolutionaries, though. Awesome. Awesome. Support statue. What the... Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about the statue completely. I need to do that next time. My bad, everybody. Shit. Okay, so we killed that one agent there. Nice. This area just turned blue. Very, very cool. Uh-oh. Oi! Oi! Riots block agents except the bruiser and prevent you from gaining influence points from the section. When not quelled, riots make a section neutral and can quickly spread. Fuck. That sucks. What am I going to do? Fervor is up. Oh, man. That's bad. I don't like how it just goes silent during this part of the game. Let's see. Controlled by you. Visit the main section. 9 days before the inspection. Shit. Yeah, I should have been building the statue. Anyway. Yeah, let's move. Whoops. hold on. How do I drag him? Yeah, let's come over here and unlock that section, and then I guess we'll have Clovis come down here somewhere. I don't see any other agents. You know what? Let's look at the intrigue. Okay, convincing a witness, that was good. Spreading rumors, good. Okay, next up, gaining support. We cannot linger and allow our enemy to regain strength. We need to use all the rumors and accusations and work on the deputies of the convention who will attack the minister during a session, excuse me. Okay. We have Jean-Paul Marat, Georges Danton, and Grace Elliott. Certainly some big names. So, should I talk about who all these people are right now, or is that going to probably take too long? I wonder if we could maybe just try to do a regular convincing without sending a diplomat. Yeah, you know, because I want Jacques Louis to be working on the section, so we'll probably not do that. Okay. So, now you must talk as if you have the sniffles. To the streets with the portable guillotine, also known as a sword. Yo, we're gonna try to do just a regular convincing of Grace Elliott here. So these are a lot of people to talk about. So let's just talk about Grace Elliott. So, you know, let's just send like a regular convincing. Oh no, it's like it's always a thing here. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and reveal that. Withdrawn. Okay, so let me write this down. Where's my pen? Okay, got a pin here. Right on here. All right, so it's withdrawn. No opinion. And bullheaded. Yeah, I agree, chat, that I should never spend it on the diplomats. Like, if I could just persuade myself for free, or maybe cost one to get the attitude open, this is better. So, anyway, so let me talk about who Grace Elliott is real quick. So Grace Elliott was actually Scottish, but she was living in France, and I've never read it, but she apparently had a memoir of the French Revolution that was used as a source by people later, but it wasn't even published until after her death. So anyway, she was the lover to Louis Philippe, not the Louis Philippe that would later become the king of France, who was the last king of France, actually. This was his father. So she had an affair with him during the Revolution, and she was also arrested several times during the Revolution, but never got killed. So I guess she was just lucky that way. Honestly, I don't know as much about her as I do about Marat and Danton, because I haven't written her... I haven't read her memoir. But one of the things that I hear is she apparently was witness to the massacres in '72. So actually, would they have happened yet? So hold on a second. Let me. Yeah, no, because aren't we in 1974 already? Or let me double check the calendar here. I've got. So if we killed Louis, so that's 93. No, I think we're actually in 73. So wasn't there something where they talked about the law of the general maximum? So I think we're in maybe September or October 1793. Anyway, so then already she would have witnessed Maria Therese being killed during the September massacres. So the September massacres were this... basically where a bunch of prisoners were killed, like over 1,000 of them were killed in Paris. Most people say it was Danton who was behind it. Anyway, So, yeah, basically, she's a witness to the French Revolution. She's seen some shit, and but she managed to survive. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's negotiate with her. Okay, so I've written down withdrawn, no opinion, and bullheaded. Okay, commence the persuasion. What do we want to achieve? So withdrawn means we go with humility. Right? I think so. Yeah. Or I could go aggressive. Actually, I think I had more success with aggressive. Roland is a rotten louse. Corruption cannot become the hallmark of the new authorities. We know the Rolands. Madame Roland's in charge and her husband fulfills her orders. Maybe it's not him who's guilty. That's not a good Scottish accent. Then we've got, okay, so no opinion. That'd be careless. Mr. and Mrs. Roland are two mosquitoes, biting me, draining the blood of France. Nobody likes mosquitoes. Good, good. Alright, what will she get out of it? So this was bullheaded. Bullheaded goes with humility, I think. So, here we go. There are times when Roland is closer to the ancien regime than Louis. If you want to be rid of the old order, now is your chance. She's intrigued, nice eyebrow raised. At first I wasn't sure about fighting against Minister Roland, but I must say that you've managed to convince me. This can work, and I will help you. Good, good. Reps up, good. Alright, oh, we can do a second one. Then let's talk to... gosh, these guys, there's a lot to talk about with these people. I know Marat is on the hierarchy thing, so we'll talk about him later. But I guess we're now going to talk about Danton, who is one of the most important figures of the French Revolution. Huge man, in a literal sense. Apparently he was, like, quite massive himself. And, let's see, he always has a face he's gonna die, let's see. And also, incidentally, because people have asked me this before, oh yeah, to answer the question real quick, somebody asked me earlier who was my favorite Hololive English girl. Well, I do enjoy them all. Even Kiara, who it wasn't that I didn't like her, but her humor didn't really click with me, she grew on me. But I'd say my favorite is Calliope Mori. I just really like her attitude, I really gel with it. Having said that, Watson is just this ball of energy, which is amazing. Let's see here. So anyway, so Georges Danton. Oh yeah. So the question that I was going to answer, or is that I get asked a lot is like, what are my favorite historical television shows or historical movies? And one of my favorites is Danton, which is about this guy, Georges Danton. And Gura is great. She's an amazing singer. Her pitch control is insane, and she must have good oral training. She's very good at picking out proper keys to sing in. But anyway, back to it. So Danton, there is a movie, and it is free on YouTube, both in the original French and in an English dub. I've looked at a couple of the scenes with the English dubbing. It's fine. I've definitely seen worse, but I personally recommend the French version, because it's Gerard Depardieu playing Danton, and it's great. He's so good in the role. Yeah, it's one of my top 10 favorite historical films ever. And it's, like I said, it's free on YouTube. I definitely recommend it. So, Danton, he was, oh gosh, where do I start with him? Well, he was one of the presidents of the National Convention, but there was like a billion of them, so that doesn't really matter. but I guess where he really gets on the radar is on Bastille Day, July 14th, 1789, where he is a part of the Cordelière Guards and opposes Lafayette. And it's really fuzzy what kind of happened that day, about like how much of Bastille Day was his idea. But it should be noted that at one point Lafayette did try to arrest Danton. Let's see, Girondins this, Jacobins that, I just want a fish man. Yeah. So, anyway, he ends up becoming the president of this one club, and was almost elected as Paris's first mayor. I think that he got second place. Fun fact also, Louis XVI got 1 vote because he, or Citizen Capet. Wouldn't that have been weird if the King of France was elected mayor of president under the new system? Oh, thank you very much, Fran Chan. I appreciate it. So, God, there's so much to talk about Danton. Like, I should have had notes ready. Okay. You know what? Basically, here's what we need to know about it. Danton and Robespierre had a really contentious relationship. They were both members of the Montagnards, the Mountains, basically the leftist section of the French Revolution. But Danton was really, like, affable and charismatic, and he kind of knew how to be friends with everybody, like the aristocrats, the Jacobins, the people. Everybody was a fan of his at some point or another, but it didn't always stay there. But he was really big into, like, the will of the people. It is, there's I think a lot of people would say that he was responsible for the September massacres, which I discussed earlier, where a bunch of Parisian prisoners were killed. And the September massacres, I feel, don't get talked as much about compared to, like, the guillotining. Gosh, what should I talk about? So yeah, after the September massacres, or actually technically right before it, yeah, he ends up being elected into the convention while he was also a member of the ministry still. So this actually was kind of controversial because then he was technically in 2 branches of the government. And to kind of, and I want to emphasize this point, this is when there was a lot of accusations that him and Robespierre, and also some others, who those other peoples were, was kind of shifting. Some people would bring up Saint-Just, some people would bring up Marat, but basically there was this idea that Danton was setting himself up to make a play to become dictator or something. And then, funnily enough, he later defended Robespierre from charges of being a dictator. So then eventually, he says we need to form a revolutionary tribunal. He was a part of the Committee of Public Safety before it became like the big Jacobin territory, so he's also a part of the trial and execution of Louis XVI. By the way, I don't know if I had mentioned this before, but apparently he was fucking huge. I don't think I've ever heard a specific number, but he's always described as, I guess, being like this huge, like a fucking linebacker or something. That he was really tall, he was very wide, and like a muscular way, and that he had just this voice that was like a bullhorn, I guess. But he was always about the revolution. There was a scandal, something with the French East India Company, that like maybe there was some alleged bribery going on. I don't think there was really anything to that. But basically, he once the Committee of Public Safety started kind of leaning more towards the Jacobins and the sans-culottes, even though Danton had a big believer in like this revolutionary impetuousness, this revolutionary momentum, even he was starting to say, you know what, we maybe need to take a deep breath here and start to slow things down. And then, of course, the whole idea was that, like, no, if you try to stop the terror, that means you're trying to stop the revolution. Whoops, I'm almost about to send a diplomat. So, in the end, him and Robespierre end up at odds, and they do that. And that's what the movie Danton is about. It's basically about the end of Danton's life and his relationship with Robespierre. There's this terrific scene where they're having dinner together. And it's kind of like, you know, that joke about the Star Wars people, you know, the Star Wars prequels where it's like, look, Anakin's wearing black and in the shadows, and Obi-Wan's wearing white and is in the light. This is the last time they spoke as friends. But that dinner is kind of that, unironically. Think of Danton like Kingpin from Spider-Man, 200-something pounds of pure muscle. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, the convention is like starting to turn on Danton and his associates, and then, yeah, just to make a long story short, he ends up going to trial. It's a bullshit trial, and he's railing the entire time. Like, some of the members of his group were actually refusing to even speak during the trial because they're like, this is a bullshit trial. We're not going to talk and you know, give it any sort of legitimacy. But he ends up being executed in April of 1794. Let me actually double check my calendar here for that. Danton should be played by Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm not sure that would work because I'm pretty sure Danton didn't beat his wife. Actually, it's very sad. His wife died a little bit before he did. I think it was giving birth to one of their kids. Always hate to hear that. Yeah, okay, I'm double checking my calendar here. Yeah, so it was April 5th, 1794, he gets executed. And this was right after the Hubertists had gotten executed too in March. So this is, yeah, 93, 94, especially the early half of 94. It's just so fucking dense, everything. My favorite quote of his, the only virtue I have is what I do with my wife every night. You know, that just reminds me of something that an NCO of mine used to say in the Army. Because, like, you know, drinking and driving was a big problem in the military. But I remember I had this one NCO who he would say, whenever we were going into a holiday weekend or something, he'd say, guys, don't drink and drive. Stay home and have sex all night. Which is a great philosophy. Like, you don't need to go out and party. Just stay home and fuck your spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, you know? Sex is much more fun than drinking. Anyway. I don't know how fucking long I was just talking. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. Yeah, but I definitely recommend the Danton movie. If I ever was in a place where I could be a YouTuber full time, I would love to maybe on the other channel do something like you know, movie watch-alongs sometimes, and Danton would definitely be on my list of ones to do, especially because it's free and everybody would like to see it. Everybody would be able to see it, because if you're subscribed to me on YouTube, that means you have access to YouTube. So it's not like something where it's like, oh, you got to get fucking Netflix or a PBS Passport or whatever, you know. Anyway, how about we play the game, shall we? But yeah, Danton, huge figure. Yeah, look at him. Oh, I love this art of him. Yeah, just look at his fucking big ass head. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what was one of the nicknames he had. I think sometimes people would call him like the Bull. You know what? Has there ever been surely there must be. Has anybody done any biographies of Danton? That would probably be pretty dense. Danton biography. I'm just looking this up. Book. If not, I might need to get on that. Danton, a biography. From 1967. No. You need more recent shit. No, yeah, someone did one. The Giant of the French Revolution, Danton, a Life. From 2011. Who's this author? Laudet. I've never heard of him. Huh. I don't even know who this guy is. Never heard of him. I've decided that he's shit. I'm going to write a Danton book. I don't know. From the most important revolutionary at the start of the revolution to talk about instead of drinking, you stay home and have sex. Ain't this the definition of CHG's career in YouTube? Yeah. Yep. Anyway. So, what have we got here? Attachment. Okay, so we got carefree and then 2 attachments. Okay, so carefree. So we're going to want to go carelessness. Basically 3 carelessnesses in a row. Okay, that's fine. You're looking at the paintings. Danton looks like Shrek. Oh, yeah, I don't think... the only time I've ever heard Danton referred to as, like, handsome is, like, when people seem to say that he's handsome in, like, a charismatic way. But, yeah, he did have, like, a big... He had, like, a swollen face. You know, he was just a big dude. It's like if anybody's ever seen... oh, fuck, what was that Kurosawa film? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Carelessness. What do we want to achieve? The one that A Fistful of Dollars was based on. We need to get rid of Roland for his own good. His pockets will soon burst apart from the money he keeps in them. Roland. Okay, I'm going to try to do some sort of deep Georges Danton, Gerard Depardieu impersonation of an impersonation. Roland is a leech, but he is also a minister and a deputy chosen by the people. So, carelessness again. Why do we want it? Mr. and Mrs. Roland are 2 mosquitoes, draining the blood of France. Nobody likes mosquitoes. Help a little bit. Yeah, there you go, Yojimbo. Thank you very much, Jacob. So what will he get out of it? Yeah, so it's like that one dude who, because you know how there was the 2 rival gangs, and then one of them had the giant. I don't think they ever give him a name, but he had like a fucking giant bodyguard who would hold his umbrella, and this dude just has a huge chin. I'm not saying he's ugly, but it's just like he's a big guy. He's got a big face, big features, and so that's pretty much what Danton was. The Girondins often trip over their own feet. You need only give them a gentle push. The dominance of the Jacobins would be a pleasant thing. It would make ruling over the country so much easier, and France would get up off its knees. Fine, I will help. He's like Gaston. Yeah. No one drinks like Danton. No one... Wait, how does the Gaston song go? I'm trying to remember. It's like, every morning I feel next. Yeah, we need to do should do a Danton parody of that. You know, freaking... You know, gosh, it disturbs me to see you, Danton, looking so down in the dumps. You know, we're doing this right now. We're doing this right fucking now. Every guy here'd love to... Wait, how'd it go? Gosh, it disturbs me too. I'm just gonna look it up. Gaston is an orc. Fantasy World French Revolution. Here we go. I'm looking this up. Okay, yeah. Gosh, it disturbs me to see you, Danton, looking so down in the dumps. Every guy here'd love to be you, Gaston, or Danton, even when taking your lumps. There's no man in France as admired as you. You're everyone's favorite guy. Everyone's awed and inspired by you, and it's not very hard to see why. I might get the melody wrong. It's been a while since I've seen this movie. No one's slick as Danton. No one's quick as Danton. No one's neck's as incredibly thick as Danton. For there's no man in France half as manly. Perfect, a pure paragon. You can ask any Tom, Dick, or Stanley, and they'll tell you whose team they prefer to be on. No one's been like Danton, a deputy like Danton. No one's got a swell cleft in his chin like Danton. As a specimen, yeah, as a specimen, yes, I'm intimidating. My, what a guy, that Danton. How'd it go? Give 5 hurrahs, give 12 hip hips. Danton is the best and the rest is all drips. No one fights like Danton, douses lights like Danton. In a wrestling match, no one bites like Danton, for there's no one as burly and brawny. As you'll see, I've got the biceps to spare. Not a bit of him scraggly or scrawny. That's right, and every last inch of me's covered in hair. No one hits like Danton, matches wits like Danton. In a spitting match, nobody spits like Danton. I'm especially good at expectorating. 10 points for Danton. Oh, when I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs every morning to help me get large. And now that I'm grown, I eat 5 dozen eggs, so I'm roughly the size of a barge. Alright, enough. Danton could rip a fucker's arm off. Alright, that's not very poetic, but I guess, yeah, we'll go that. This man could kill us all in one punch. Alright. So he's intrigued, our rep is up. Let's go. When Danton was the land, I had died of the eggs. Okay, counterattacks. From time to time, your enemy may ruin your plan with a counterattack. In such cases, you need to respond quickly and rationally. Oh, thanks, guys. I'm glad you liked it. I was just kind of being silly. Okay, Henriot is abusing his family. What the fuck is he wielding there? It's something bent. It's not an iron rod. Whatever it is, it ain't fun. So, in order to defend himself against potential attacks from the convention, Roland revealed that Francois Henriot, who is running for Commander-in-Chief of the National Guard, is abusing his family. Those revelations are yet to be confirmed. Perhaps Roland will try to use this rumor to sabotage Henriot's candidacy. Henriot could show himself with his family to demonstrate his happiness, or it would be best to find those who spread those rumors and be rid of them. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to hit accept. There we go. Action will be performed tomorrow. Okay, cool. 90% chance of success. So day 2, yeah, we're still going in against Jean-Marie Roland. I don't know what we're gonna do about this riot. I guess let's send Clovis down here to take one of these sections. What's this? Maybe I should have gone over here. Fuck it. So, what is this? Jacob Brown. Danton is dead. No, Danton is dead. Danton, his death is the hour of fate. The people's man. His death is the sign we await. but yeah, Danton died like 20 years before the events of Les Miserables, or at least that particular scene in oh, Clovis is for the riot? I thought the game said that I can't send people in here. Oh, apparently I can. District is fully upgraded. Attack enemy agent. Yeah, I don't... Is that how that works? I guess we're doing pretty good alright so far, so okay. But yeah, Danton is a really interesting movie, especially because the director was Polish and like he was putting in a lot of symbolism about things that were going on in his country at the time, because this was during the Cold War. It's a whole thing. What they actually did is if I remember correctly, Robespierre and all of his associates are actually played by Polish actors, and then they dubbed the French in later for them. But it still works. Paris should be grateful for having such a fierce defender of justice in you. Should we, the deputies of the National Convention, be scared for our positions? Long live the Republic, Robespierre. When France colonized Africa, they named it Chad in honor of Danton. Okay, so we've got a new case. This looks like just one note here. Pretty short one, it looks like. On the dock sits the wife of the convicted and executed. Oh no, this is 2 pages actually. Oh shoot, is it Marie Antoinette time? Real Marie Antoinette hours. I think that's exactly what's going on here. Interesting to say the least. So, on the dock sits the wife of the convicted and executed citizen Louis Capet, Marie Antoinette, a 38-year-old Austrian who came to France at the age of 14 to wed the 16-year-old Louis. Their marriage was political. It was supposed to tighten the alliance between Austria and France. Both Marie Antoinette and her late husband lacked the experience and knowledge required to rule a country. Their incompetence resulted in France being left in debt and the French in hunger and poverty. The former queen and her husband were incapable of restraining themselves from their profligate lifestyle, even when the price of bread became unapproachable for the common citizen. Marie Antoinette and Louis Capet tried to escape from the Tuileries Palace, where the Capets had been confined by the revolutionaries. The two intended to return to France with neighboring armies, but they were caught before they could cross the border. Louis and Marie Antoinette were able to avoid lynching upon their return due to Antoine Barnave's protection. The famous orator interceded on their behalf, which made him a suspect. It is thought that Marie Antoinette ensnared him so as to use him for her political agenda. For many years, Marie Antoinette has been accused of acting against France's best interests, plunging the state's budget into a deep deficit, plotting against the revolution, and trying to rebuild the monarchy. The failures of France against Austria can be attributed to her treason. We suspect that she conveyed French military secrets to her homeland, but we lack evidence to support this claim. The citizen is also accused of promiscuity. Moreover, there has been suggestions that she sexually harassed her 8-year-old son, Louis Charles. That's a real accusation, by the way. So, what is this? We've got like a fucking royalist or something wanting me to set him free? I think this is going to be a pretty open and shut case, boys and girls. But, yeah, if we're putting Marie Antoinette on trial, then we're definitely in, like, October of 1793, because that's when she gets executed. And go to verdict, something new will appear there. Yeah. The aristocracy have been revealed. From now on, you must nurture relations with another political group operating within Paris. I don't know, must I, though? I think must is a strong word. Anyway, let's see. Hold on. Oh, a lot of stuff in the chat. Good. Glad to see y'all excited. Royal and Austrian. 2 crimes that require death. Let's see. So, yeah, so Marie Antoinette gets executed on October 16th, so I don't know if this has happened or not or yet, because I know that the game's not always super strict with the sliding scale. But the Constitution of 1793, which is like, everybody loves that shit, the Constitution of 1793, it got approved back in June of 1793, because that's where we are right now. But the funny thing is, even though it gets approved, it's like never actually acted on, or it's never used. It's immediately suspended pretty much as soon as it gets approved. Because they're like, well, we're at war, and we're in the middle of the revolution, and there's a billion shit going on, so we gotta put it to the side. Maria is the OG cottagecore girl. You know, I only heard the term cottage girl a couple of weeks ago, and I looked it up, and I guess it's about people who, it's like, I guess, Instagrammers who fetishize, you know, just living in a cottage out in the countryside. Kind of like how, you know, lonely dudes on the internet will, like, fetishize, man, I wish I could have been in a Roman legion, or, dude, I wish that I could just go hunt whales, you know, on the sea. You know, they, like, fetishize these lifestyles that actually require work, but I guess they just want the cool pictures. But then I was also seeing a thing that, like, cottagecore might have, like, white supremacist implications, and, like, I was just reading this thing, and it was saying, like, because it's related to blood and soil, and I went, okay, isn't, like, Taylor Swift into cottagecore? This seems like that's maybe not true. Or something, I don't know. Let's see, but I don't know a whole lot about it. Don't quote me on any of this. Cottagecore lesbians who like taking cute photos. You gotta be a lesbian to live in a college? A cottage. Anyway. Let's get to it. Wait, oh, something's in my notebook here. Oh, poor papa. Notre family. Hey, yeah, everybody's fine. My wife's not crying. That's good. Are you winning, Dad? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And my reputation is maxed out, which is cool, too. Let's see here. Wasn't there a movie where Kirsten Dunst played her? Yes, I remember. I think when I was at high school, we had a substitute teacher one day or something, and he was like, "You guys learned about the French Revolution, right?" And he like rolled in a TV and threw on that movie. I don't remember anything about it other than like the scene where there's a part where like she's clapping at an opera and then everybody else claps, and then later in the movie she starts clapping and nobody else does because nobody likes her anymore. Anyway. So let's get to this, shall we? Now you'll pay. Guillotine sounds yes. That movie sucked. Yeah, yeah. I don't remember it being too like critically acclaimed. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Marie Antoinette film. So it was just called Marie Antoinette. It was directed by Sofia Coppola? I thought she did good shit. Oh, no, this is the daughter. This is the daughter, not the sister. Well, then again, she also did Lost in Translation. I'm talking about the director of the film, by the way. Okay, yeah, I was saying, like, yeah, it did win it did win an Oscar for costume design. But yeah, that was like a bit of a weird movie. Like Jason Schwartzman was Louis and stuff. Yeah, Sofia Coppola. That whole family is like filmmaking royalty. Because there's like Sophia, and then Schwartzman's a cousin, and then there's, of course, Francis Ford Coppola and dare I say Nicolas Cage. There's Talia Shire, and stuff. So I actually really like Talia Shire. I think she does good work. Did she ever end up directing anything? I don't remember. But anyway. They played a rock song over a ballet scene. Yeah. Oh, man. Anyway, probably should get to it. Nick Cage was related? Yeah, Nick Cage. Nick Cage, changed his name. So he's the, his parents are, who the fuck were his parents? Let me, I'm just gonna pull up the Coppola family tree. But he changed his name so he wouldn't be trading on the Coppola name, I guess. I'm looking this up. Where's Nick Cage? I think he changed his name. Yeah, so he's the son of Francis Ford Coppola's older brother, who was like a film exec. But yeah, Nick Cage's real name is Nicholas Coppola. Okay, so anyway, let's wait. Bear in mind that this is no common case. Your future depends on your sentence. I actually really like Nick Cage. I think he gets a lot of crap, but I think he's a very, very interesting actor. It's kind of interesting how like it kind of ebbs and flows, like public opinion of him. Sometimes it spikes, sometimes it drops. Like in the 80s, he was just in all sorts of random crap, and then the 90s he gets famous, and then he's just seen as weird, and then he fucking then like he does Lord of War and everybody loves him, and it's just an up and down thing. Then he gets weird again, and then it's like, I want to steal the Declaration of Independence, and now he's doing a lot of indie films again, and he's getting back on people's good side. But like he's done a lot of weird stuff. He kind of just seems to just pick up the phone and say, yeah, sure, fuck it, I'll do it. Anyway, what the fuck was I just saying? What was I talking about? Alright, so please introduce yourself. Excuse me? I could interpret that question as a contempt of court. Yeah, alright. What's your name? What? Say what again! Say what again! I dare you! I double dare you! Like, that's pretty much what the prosecutor's doing to her. Oh, man. There's actually a video on YouTube I once saw. It was really interesting, and the guy was defending Nicolas Cage's acting, and he was comparing it to, like, kabuki roles in, like, traditional kabuki, you know, theater. Anyway. Oh, Ace, also, you brought up a question that you said I was enjoying the premiere of Iris. Like, did I flash something on the screen in that video or something? What happened that you knew I was, like, had been watching a bit of Iris? Anyway, let's get to this trial. Marie Antoinette Josepha Johanna von Österreich, also known as Marie Antoinette of Austria or Marie Antoinette. However, I would prefer to be called the Queen. I will use the term the accused. Why not you Austrian hair? Excuse me. Okay. Oh gosh. Where do we start? Okay, I think military secrets is one of the accusations. Damn, there's a lot of questions we have to reveal, and I don't have a lot of escape stuff. Fuck. Restoration of the monarchy, would that be motive or counter-revolution? Fuck. Okay. Profligate lifestyle, that would be personality, right? Oh, if I wanted hope, I go to Iris, thank you very much. Oh yeah, I did say that. Yeah. She's here to bring hope. What a thing. The Sun Diddler. Oh yeah. Molesting your children? I don't know if that's a royalist or Austrian thing, but either way, you shall pay. So. Fuck! 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 Oh, shit. I fucked that up so bad, and I've been doing so good before. Who's my favorite Hall of Life Japanese girl? I don't actually know them all. There's like fucking a million, it seems. Almost every Hall of Life girl is funny in her own way. Like, the way I watch Hall of Life usually is if I'm just doing something like some little thing on the PC in the morning, I'm just checking my emails or whatever. What I'll do is I'll throw on in one of the monitors, one of the videos, or I might like watch a couple minutes. Maybe spend like 5 or 10 minutes watching some stuff. I don't have time to like sit down and watch streams because I want to be making my own streams. But it's like got a 95% success rate. I'll just turn on any random Hall of Life clip and I'm gonna laugh. Go back to a previous autosave. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Yeah, this is too important of a trial. Probably an Austrian thing. She is a Habsburg, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now you'll pay. Yeah, this is so funny. We're going to just do this again because it's so funny. Please introduce yourself. Excuse me. I couldn't tell me that question is contempt of God! What are my thoughts on the Legend of the Galactic Hero remake? There is strength in it. I got a little bit of problem with the script writing. That's kind of why I ended up stopped watching it. I'm not caught up because I kind of felt like the script was talking to me like I was an idiot sometimes. Okay, so, alright. Lifestyle, that was correct. That was personality. What? That wasn't personality? Oh, no, that's like accusation or counter-revolution. Fuck me! Fuck me! Fuck everything! God damn it. But there's definitely some strength in Legend of the Galactic Heroes. The score is good. Of course, it's Sawano. I'm not sure that guy can do anything wrong. I like the new OP. let's see here. Alright. Yeah, whatever. Alright, here we go. They cut a lot to fit into 24 episodes a season. Not like a ton, but it's, here's one thing. I am not a fan of the style of the animating of a lot of the characters. Some of the designs I just don't like, but it's just like, that looks fine. I just don't personally like it. For example, I'm not a fan of the new Royenthal design, but like he's supposed to be like, I guess, a slightly pretty man, that all the women want, and I guess nowadays the longer hair would be a little more fashionable, but I personally don't like it, for example. But then there's other things where they'll kind of be like these secondary characters, and the designs just look fucking hideous, I think. Anyway. And yeah, there is strength in it, though. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still better than like 90% of anime out there in the world, but it's a remake of my personal favorite anime of all time, and what many people would say is the greatest anime series of all time. So it's difficult. Alright, so restoration of the monarchy, that's motive? Fuck. Counter-revolution? Okay. Military secrets, it's accusation. Promiscuity, would that be an accusation? No, that's personality. Okay, Capet, Anton Barnave, I don't remember that one. The young Louis Capet, that's personality. Nice. So her personality is that she's a child diddler. Okay, Capet escape would be accusation. Nice. Anton Barnave is motive? Oh, he's both. Nice. We got there. First try. Nice. Okay, so let's get to it. Why did the accused live in luxury, despite the state's treasury deficit? Take a look at the previous queen's expenditures and the ones before him. Once you compare them, you will see I was using far less money than they were. We must also take into account the situation of the citizens then, and during the reign of the accused and her husband. Take into account my rotten potatoes! I do not recall the former queens being addicted to gambling. By the way, do I have to explain to anybody who Marie Antoinette is? I'm pretty sure this is one everybody knows, so that's why I haven't done it. We all have our vices. Oh, it's a vice, huh? Oh, does the accused see herself as an exemplary mother? I cannot answer that, and I do not wish to. You should ask my son. Before we do that, I would like to ask the defendant about the accusations regarding the indecent molestation of Louis Charles. No mother would dignify such atrocious accusations with a response. Summon the witness, the son of the accused, Louis Charles. Please introduce yourself. My name is Louis Charles. Do you know why we have invited you here? No. Why? Did your mother ever do something to you that felt wrong? Such as? Things that would make you feel ashamed? Mother liked to hug me in front of everyone. It embarrassed me. Did she often hug you? Very often. Sometimes she would even come to my chamber at night just to hug me. Did you feel embarrassed then? No, because nobody was watching. Did your mother mention to you the plan to escape to Austria and abolish the Republic? No, neither mother nor father would ever mention that. Was Mr. Barnave a frequent guest? Yes, I like Mr. Barnave very much. He's always very nice and bring me toys. Recently he brought me this wooden god. What? Sorry, just reminded me of something funny with a little cousin of mine. Were he and your mother doing anything you found strange? Mother once told me to respect him just like my father. Let's see. I must admit that you and Antoine Barnave are much alike. Has the accused ever suspected that he helped you for his own profit? No more questions off of their head. No. We're gonna bury her. She's walking around, but we're burying her now. I've never even considered such a thing. Anthony is a good person who wanted to help. I am not one to judge him for his political views. The most important thing you shared was your hatred of France. No, I did that wrong. Hatred of France. Nonsense, We had to survive on bones while you were devouring meat. Has the accused ever conveyed French military secrets to Austria? What manner of secrets could I possibly know? Let us start with the strength and weaponry of the army. What an absurd accusation. I could not even tell a mortar from a musket. You do not have to know the difference to take notes and send them to other parties. I am the queen, not a spy. She knows it, the hell! I think this is a pretty open and shut case. Did the defendant confess to the crimes? No. Was her act counter-revolutionary in nature? Yes. Did she waste her money? She gambled. What was the defendant's relationship with Barnave? He was her lover! I'm saying what I'm hoping they want to hear. I don't think I actually asked the question to answer that, but fuck it. The aristocracy have been revealed. Yeah, whatever. I find the defendant guilty and sentence her to death. You fuck bunkin' boys, Marie Cole Phillips, L.A. Noir, right? They're friends. Well, I don't think I asked the question anyway, faggot. Faggot. I sentenced the accused, Marie Antoinette of Austria, to the guillotine. The ancien regime should have been beheaded long ago. Ajo! Justice served at last! Alright, next. Alright. So I think that's a pretty good one to end it on. Let's probably have to do a speech, but then we'll stop it on the next day. I guess we'll finish the day. Let us speak to the common folk. Alright, attached. Let's reveal that. Okay, attached, withdrawn, no opinion. Okay, hold on. Dang it, I just had my fucking paper. Okay, here's the paper. Now where's my pen? Always losing my pen. How do they get so far away without eyes? Seriously, what the fuck's going on here? I don't see it. Okay. Just attached, withdrawn, and no opinion. So that means we need to do careless into aggression into careless again. Actually, we'll do aggression on this last one. Okay, so careless, aggression is what we'll do. Commence the prostration. Okay, in regards to the crime. Quick! The Reaper would like to have a word with the convict about this terrible crime. Yep, that's Caesar meowing. Yeah! This individual spits in the face of Themis and the people. Justice will not accept such insults. Nice. And then let's get it maxed out, I think. These criminals think that because we are tolerant, we are also weak. That is enough! Hey! Alright, Caesar. I'm almost done, Caesar. Did I step on you? That was completely unintentional. That's allegedly what she really did say at the end. Uh-huh. Alright, build a rope! Oh, yeah. Feels like freedom, man. Okay. So we are now on October 16th, incidentally, since we just executed her. Alright. Okay, let's do some statue construction. Influence my actions in the court. Okay, getting blues around. It's just the blues. Marry the blues. Did I ever go back to finish Attack on Titan? Oh, no, no, no. I just watched the first season. That was enough for me. I don't think I ever will. Yeah, everybody's going to be a little annoyed now. Oh, it's nice. Sure, here we go. What do you want? Your patch on your head? No scratches on your back. What? Let's see here. What's going on? Okay, so this is still red. That's bad. Everyone works even harder when they see that your family is helping. Oh, really? Let's visit this area. But it says it's at 0%. I think you'd enjoy the later seasons, especially season 3 and 4. I don't know. I just got so many other things on my watch list before then. So we're just going to go ahead and stop it there because, yeah, I want to freaking, I gotta do other things here tonight, and I don't think we're gonna get much better than executing Marie Antoinette. But next time I'm gonna try to, whenever I next stream, which will probably be tomorrow, I'll try to finish this day, and we'll do 2 more days. I want to try to do 2 days each stream if possible. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.